How's it going, guys? This is round 2 of the locals that I took Red Purple UTA to. I kind of learned from my round 1 on what I want to see. Oh yeah, he's showing me his hand. He's like, it's so good because of Hody, but it's so bad because of the other 4 cards. But I kind of learned from the first match, and I've figured out more about how to play this deck. Those changes that I made to the deck were last minute, and I don't like them. So I'm going to put less priority into the changes and play the deck more how I feel like it should be played. Oh yeah, I'm showing him my discount Hody. I mean, kind of discount. It's better in some instances, it's worse in others, but yeah. There's the Hody. Or not the Hody, the Douglas Bullet. But yeah, so on the left, me playing Red Purple UTA with Bus Driver on the right, playing his old reliable Yamato. All gas, no brakes Yamato. But yeah, this is a matchup that I was kind of okay with. I always feel pretty okay when I'm playing purple into yellow. It doesn't feel bad for me to do this matchup. If I would have seen more yellow today, I would have been way better. But the other half of the bracket was yellow, undefeated. So yeah, I am going up against a yellow deck, and I had planned to go up against the yellow deck, but round 1 happened to be black, and that is no good for me. So I'll start out my turn. I did win die roll, decided to go second. I get a Bueno Festa, and I go ahead and search for a 2k counter. I didn't see anything that I wanted, and I might as well replace the 2k counter with a 2k counter at the worst case scenario. So here I'm debating if I should get the Shanks. I don't think I'm going to make it to the Shanks. I don't think Yamato is going to let me. So I go ahead and I get the removal event. It's KO a 5k, almost at 5 cost. I think it's called Blue Dragon, something like that. Azure Dragon. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. It KOs 5k. So he goes 6 in. I give him the 2k Saga that I did search, just so I don't reveal anything else in my hand, aka I have no other 2k counters. He goes Shura, he adds a Gadatsu, and since I didn't take that first hit, I am at 4 life, and that sucks for me. So I can't play anything here, and hoping that it survives. I do have a 4 cost Luffy that I wanted to play this turn, but again, it's not going to happen. It's just going to die. So I'm going to elect to just ramp, because if I can play a bullet, I'll feel better about it. So let's see. Yep, I just go 9 in. I go ahead and I use the UTA effect. I trash the bullet, because I don't think I'm going to be able to play the bullet, actually. Thinking about it, I'm thinking this turn, or this game is going to be done within the first couple of turns, and getting to 8 even while ramping, UTA's ramp is a little slow. It is, and I don't think it will win me the game even if I can get the bullet out. I feel like I will die the turn I play it. So we decide to just go 9 in. He takes the hit, and yeah. You cannot see his life, but he is at 4. I can barely see it. It's a little off screen because the camera is weirdly shifting diagonal. Sorry about that. I should have double checked it. But the trigger that he got was Satori, and he discarded the Gadatsu. So I'm thinking now, if I play something off Gadatsu, it's fine. And then he goes really big. He goes 10 into life, and I'm like, well, okay. No matter what I play, even if he has a second Gadatsu in hand, I am fine. He goes 5 in. I give him a 1k, and he passes. That turn blurred past me because I was getting distracted by the camera. But it's okay. We have 2 Bueno Festas here, and we have a lot of Dawn. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Dawn. It looks like I have the 5 cost kid in hand, and I don't think he can pop it. So I actually might play it here, and it might give me some value. I don't remember exactly, though. I also don't... I kind of also want to just build a wide board to get him down as low as possible, because I do have the 10-drop Luffy in hand. And dropping that Luffy will feel really great if I have him at 0 life. And again, it is a race. So I go 5 into the Satori. Using Uta's effect, I discard my removal, and I bring it down to 3k, and I'm seeing if he's willing to get rid of 2 cards in hand. Now, this is risky because I could have just used the removal spell to get rid of it, but I was kind of hoping he wouldn't give me 2 cards to save it, and he does, and I'm like, uh-oh. Not in the plan. I was hoping that it would just die of natural causes, aka battle, and it didn't work like that. So I'm thinking like, okay, how do I do this? He's gonna obviously try to save this. So I'm actually contemplating putting 3 Dawn on Buena Festa to swing at it for 3. So I can swing neutral and hopefully either get another card or he does just let it go. So I go 3 in and he gives me another card and I'm like, okay, I guess that's not the worst case, but I can't let my stuff die. So I go for the blocker play instead. Sadly, I wanted to play the blocker and the 4-cost Luffy this turn. It's just not going to happen. I can't fit it into the turn because he did save the Satori twice, and I have to be able to defend the Satori if he swings huge again. But he does have 4 cards in hand, so I'm hoping his plays are limited. So let's see, he goes 7 in, and I'm thinking like this is a perfect time to just use the blocker. Just get rid of her. Don't want anything to happen. He's at 3 life right now, so he can't really do too much. So he goes 2 into the Buena Festa, not seeing a problem with that. And I think, yeah, he goes 5 to play ace, but he doesn't have rush because he's at 3. And he doesn't swing the Satori because he doesn't want me to clear it yet. I think he's trying to save up for his Hody turn so he can get max amount of swings. But I am at 10 Dawn, and I have to decide how I want to do this. It looks like he doesn't have much counter in hand. I do just drop the 10-drop Luffy here because why not? Bottom deck the Buena Festa, and now I have a decision to make. So he does have counter in hand, but he doesn't have a lot of counter. I'm explaining to him how the Luffy card actually works. So I go 5 at life. He's at 3 again. I trash 1 to ramp at 1, and he does take it, going down to 2 life. So now if he plays an ace or anything, he will actually have rush now. So I pass my turn, it comes back to me, I draw 1, get 2, or yeah, I get 2 Dawn, and I'm like, okay, do I keep ramping or what? So I go 5 into life, and I decide I'm gonna just trash the removal event, and I was like, oh, I'll just minus the ace, whatever. And then I thought about it after I minus the ace and trash the removal, that I could have just cleared the ace, not a single problem. He does rep a Kiku Nojo, which changes my whole plan for the game. I'm like, okay, I have options now. So I Luffy effect just to ramp before I forget. And I have 3 plays here. I have played the 3-cost Sanji, because he's discounted now. He's at 3. I can also play no cards and have the Radical Beam up in case he does Hody. And then the other thing I could have done, which I already trashed it, was use the removal spell to clear the ace. And yeah, so he goes Hody, and he takes the life. He goes 5 in, and I just counter that. Anything easy to counter, I do counter. So I have to decide how I am going to do this now. He did rest 2 Dawn with the Hody, which was kind of the plan, because I knew Hody could rest characters, but with no characters to rest, he only can really rest my Dawn, so I have to leave 3 up. And I go ahead and I give him 8 for the 7k swing with Yamato, and I'm like, okay, if he gives the 2 Dawn to ace, I have to take the hit. If he gives the 2 Dawn to Kiku, I can survive with Rad Beam. So he goes 8 in, and I'm like, okay, thank God, Rad Beam, bring it up. And now game is out of his sight. He goes 7 at life, I take it. I believe they're both 1k counters. And I take the Hody, and yeah, everything in my hand is a 1k counter. So even if I took the ace at 9, I would have been able to get out of the Kiku 6k, so it wasn't a big deal. So yeah, now I have all this done. I go ahead and I ramp with my Luffy. He has no blockers, no life. I go huge in, and that is game. GG, Justin. It was really close match. I think he had to play the Hody. Either way, I think he was like looking at death that turn, just because I could swing 12 and he'd have to take that life, and then I could go the rest in with Uta, and no matter what, he's just taking the swing. But yeah, he went for game, didn't have it because I happened to have the Rad Beam. I left too much Dawn up to survive. But yeah, good game, Justin. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about this this profile. Peace.